Hi, this is Ashley back with another exclusive, and today we'll be talking about Cardi B's recent interview and her name dropping Nicki Minaj, Doja Cat, Megan Thee Stallion, and other rappers. Also, we will be discussing Nicki's tour situation in 2018 because I think people don't understand how the music business works, okay? So before we get into anything, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. This exclusive is strictly for entertainment purposes only, okay? So let's start off with the tour situation. So a few people might not know what blacklisted means, okay? And I understand that because I think Nicki is probably the only, I would say, mainstream rapper to really get this kind of treatment, okay? I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in the music business, like, ever, okay? So I think a lot of people don't understand how the treatment of Nicki Minaj. It is unfair, but this is part of being in the industry. And when you go at, someone of like Miley Cyrus's caliber, this could happen to you, okay? That's why a lot of them, when, Miley Cyrus was twerking, nobody really said anything because you really can't go at someone like Miley. So some people in the comments are saying, oh, well, Nicki can go on a solo tour. She doesn't need anyone. Well, that's not what Republic or Universal thought in 2017 or 2018. Because they told Nicki, and this is what I got, okay? So allegedly, they told Nicki that if she wanted to go on tour by herself, she was going to have to fund it, okay, for the American U.S. tour. They told her if she wanted to go on the American U.S. tour by herself, she was going to have to fund it. The international tour, they weren't too concerned about because Nicki's not really having any issues internationally. All her issues are here in the U.S., okay? None of these labels that are working against her are international. So they told her, allegedly, if she wanted to go on a U.S. tour, she had to find someone to go with her and do a joint tour, or they weren't going to put money behind it, okay? And this is what I got back, okay? So, don't get mad at me, okay? I didn't tell her no. That's why Nicki was scrambling to go on tour with Future, Chris Brown, because she needed another act and someone that she believes is someone on her level, okay? And the reason why Nicki didn't go on a solo tour is because she didn't want to put the money behind it. Tour is expensive. Okay, it's not just a measly couple $1,000,000. You gonna at least spend a good $10 million for a decent tour. You gotta pay for, the production company that's in charge of the lights, people that are in charge of, the backdrops. You gotta pay the dancers. You gotta pay makeup artists. Okay, you gotta pay for insurance just in case anything happens, like the situation with Kanye West, where he, I think, passed out or he got sick on tour, and the insurance has to cover that. Okay, so a tour is expensive, so Nicki wasn't going to fund it by herself. I think the person I know that only use their money for tour or use some of their money for tour is Taylor Swift. But Taylor Swift is basically independent. She always uses her own money for a lot of things because, the label that she's under is not necessarily a big label. I think it's called Big Machine or something. They're not necessarily a big label. So that narrative that Nicki could go on a solo tour in 2017, 2018 doesn't make sense, because if she could go on a solo tour and do her regular, things that she used to do, she would have done it. but the rules are different for Nicki, okay? Because of the status she's currently in the music business, okay? And when you have people working against you, you can't just do everything by yourself. You need a team, you need a machine, okay? And going on a joint tour was better suited for Nicki at that time because she's not in the same place like she was in 2015 when she went on tour and she just had an opening act, Meek Mill. Okay, she's not in the US, she's not in that same space. They even told her that they didn't even want her going on tour with Future. That's another reason why that tour got canceled. They told her, well, Future's not a big enough artist. I mean, he's rap. You're a mainstream artist. But she did it, or she was going to go along with it until Future's team started talking junk. She was going to go along with it because of her relationship status with Future, because they were really close at that time. And he knew a lot of things that were going on with her behind the scenes. So the label funds all of that. And if the label says no and you don't want to come out of pocket, then it's not going to happen. And we all know that Nicki does not come out of pocket for a lot of things. Okay? I don't think Nicki has ever came fully out of pocket for an album. Nicki has never came out fully out of pocket for a tour, for promotion. She just doesn't do that. Okay, because it's a risk. If you come out of pocket and everything flops, you make no money. And I'm not saying Nicki would flop. I'm just saying she could be skeptical of certain things when her numbers are allegedly being fudged. You know, people are told they can't work with her. So, of course, you're not going to want to put your money into that because you don't know what's going to happen. You know, labels are billion-dollar companies. They can take that loss. You know, Nicki has a family. Now she has Kenneth. She takes care of the majority of people in her family, a lot of relatives. So that's a risk. So moving on to why Cardi B is name dropping all these female rappers, including Nicki Minaj. From what I got back is allegedly Cardi B just wants to make peace with a lot of people, okay? She made peace with the Shade Room. You know, she made peace with certain people behind the scenes. She wants to make peace with Nicki Minaj, okay? She doesn't really want to have beef or issues with anyone. I even heard that she made peace with Sweetie. So what I got back is that allegedly Cardi B is trying to get Nicki's attention so that they can hurry up and do this record, okay? Because Cardi B's label allegedly has a timestamp of when they want to put the record out because they don't want to miss the moment, okay? And like I said in the last video, the moment would either be now or in 2022 because they don't believe that people are going to care about this feature in 2023, 2024. Now, do I personally care about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj feature? No, but I know a lot of people that would care about it. I know it would be number one for at least 5 weeks. Okay, the record would probably go diamond, but it would benefit Cardi B more than it would benefit Nicki Minaj. Okay, and right now I think Nicki should focus on solo music. Now, I don't care if she does it in 2022, but I don't think she should do it now. I think she should focus on solo music and doing records with Drake and Kendrick Lamar and Nas. The people that weren't behind the hate train. Okay, focus on doing a record with Lauren London. Roddy Ricch, people she hasn't collaborated with before and didn't cause her issues. But they know how beneficial it would be for Cardi, especially, being that she has, 5, 6 number ones and already a diamond record, and she's about to get 2 more diamond records. So I understand it. But I personally don't think it would benefit Nicki right now. In 2022, 2023, yeah, maybe. but they don't want to wait that long, okay? So basically, that's why, she keeps mentioning Nicki's, because she's trying to get her attention. Like, yo, are we going to do this or not? She's already reached out to Nicki privately. I told you about the 3 meetings that they had, and the recent meeting was for collaboration. Okay? Now, it wasn't directly Cardi B and Nicki, but it was their teams and I guess their lawyers and whatnot. And Nicki has gotten the message, but she hasn't said yes or no. And allegedly what I got back is that Nicki really doesn't want to do the record with Cardi. Okay, that's what I got back. But she knows if she says no, then there might be some sabotaging taking place for her new era. Okay, that's how she feels. That's why allegedly, for what I got back is that allegedly that's why she hasn't said no. Because she knows if she tells Cardi B, who is the golden child in rap right now, no, what do you think Cardi B's label is going to do? What do you think they're going to say? Oh, okay, Nicki. No, that's not what they're going to do. That's not what they're going to say. They're going to be like, oh, okay. Well, maybe we should have Roddy Ricch drop the same week as Nicki. Or Bruno Mars. They got how many number ones already? Okay, there's going to be a lot of alleged sabotaging going on. And so that's what Nicki's trying to avoid. So that's why she hasn't said no. That's what I got back, okay? Now, as for what Cardi B has said in the interview, some of the things she said were definitely false. I will admit that. Some of the things that she was saying definitely were not true. Like how she said the new female rappers, she feels like they don't really support her. What is she talking about? I seen the City Girls show Cardi B love telling Nicki to sit down. Your time is up. Didn't the City Girls say that in 2017, 2018? Or was I on crack? I don't understand what Cardi B is talking about. Dream Doll showing Cardi B love, talking about Little Kim is her inspiration when she copies everything Nicki does. She talked about Cardi and Little Kim. Megan, oh, Cardi's my best friend. Now that she got a number 1 with Cardi. Megan said, I see some of these new rappers like Batty B talking about, oh, I love Cardi. Even Iggy Azalea, who the Barbs love, in 2018 at the VMAs said she's Team Cardi. So what is she talking about? Oh, these new rappers, no, they didn't really support me until I got a number 1. What are you talking about? Okay, they help push you to get to number 1. Okay, remember that push? Okay, allegedly, where everybody was backing you, old people who don't even know who Jay-Z is, let alone a Cardi B was backing you. So, I'm just so tired of the delusionalness. Like, come on. Let's be realistic here. Stop. Anywho, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. This exclusive is strictly for entertainment purposes only. And I will see you guys in the next reading exclusive or video. And I hope you guys have a good day.